The Aztec Empire was located in central Mexico from the 1300s to the 1500s. The Aztecs' glorification of the warrior spirit begins with mother and child. The arrival of a newborn child was a special occasion. Upon delivering the baby, the midwife shouted war cries to honor the mother for having fought a good battle and for having become a warrior who had captured a baby. If the newborn child was male, the umbilical cord was saved and taken by an adult warrior to be buried on a distant battlefield. This ritual dedicated the boy to service in warfare. Aztec children between the ages of 7 to 11 were sent to schools. Military training was central to the school program. Glorification of war was a major part of Aztec philosophy. In the Aztec schools, physical training was heavily instilled into the youth. The young learned how to use the weapons of war and had practical experience on the battlefield under the protection of experienced warriors. The warrior mentality was essential for the transition into manhood. The rites of passage to becoming a man was very difficult for the Aztecs. By the age of 10, the boys would begin to allow a tuft of hair to grow on the back of their head. The young man would have to continue to wear the long tuft of hair until he succeeded in capturing an enemy warrior in battle. It was also considered shameful for a youth who competed in several battles to still be wearing the tuft. Aztec warriors were the most respected members of Aztec society. The only way a commoner can raise his social status was to excel at being a warrior. Common warriors were at the bottom of the military rank structure. Common warriors were identified by body paint, a breechcloth, and no sandals. In order for a common warrior to raise in rank, he was to capture 4 to 5 enemy warriors. To capture 4 to 5 enemy warriors would elevate you to the rank of Eagle or Jaguar warrior. Both the Eagle and Jaguar wore distinguishing helmets and uniforms. It was said that the Eagle and Jaguar warriors represented Huitzilopochtli, god of war, and the sun. Jaguar warriors wore jaguar skins over their whole body, with only their faces showing through the opening of the jaguar mouth. The Eagle warriors wore feathered helmets, including an open beak. Eagle warriors were mainly scouts, spies, and messengers. Outranking the Jaguar and Eagle warriors were 2 orders of elite Aztec warriors. They were known as the Otontine and the Quaquique, who were also called the Shorn Ones. Only the most daring battlefield veterans could be admitted. It was required to have taken many captives and to have performed at least 20 deeds of exceptional bravery. The Shorn Ones were the most prestigious of the warrior society. Their heads were shaved apart from a long braid over the left ear. Their bald heads and faces were painted half blue and the other half red or yellow. They had sworn to never take a step backwards during battle, and if they did, they would experience death from the hands of their comrades. The Aztec priests were also respected as warriors. The priests would carry effigies of Huitzilopochtli in the vanguards of Aztec armies during campaigns. Warrior priests also captured enemies and made the appropriate sacrifices on the field. Aztec warriors never really got to experience peace. When there wasn't wars to be fought, they would fight flower wars. These were formalized battles fought by the Triple Alliance partners against their enemies during times of peace. The object was to train new warriors, keep old ones in fighting condition, and take captives for sacrifice. Successful warriors were given special privileges. They were given the right to wear cotton tunics and sandals in the royal palaces. They were also allowed to dine in the palaces. They also got to drink an alcoholic beverage known as pulque, and were also allowed to keep concubines. The warrior life was also the life of the ruler. The person in line to succeed the ruler had to come from the Council of Four. The Council of Four only consisted of military generals. Before the emperor-elect could be fully confirmed, he was required to prove his leadership in battle. He was to win tribute and capture prisoners for sacrifice. After this was done, he was believed to be converted into a living icon. He became the heir of Huitzilopochtli, the god of war. The death of an Aztec warrior was a special event. The family of the deceased warrior would honor his memory with 80 days of song and dance. Aztec warriors believed that when they died, they would go to the heavens and help the sun god, and the battle would keep the sun moving through the sky.